Hello! I'm back. Did you guys miss me over the weekend? Did you have a fun weekend? We're here playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. My name is George. We might finish this game this week. I don't know. It's possible that this will be the week we finish our investigation. I'm so excited. Let me get my hellos in order. Changeling DJ, Entry Hazard, Toby, Changeling DJ, again. David, Phoenix of Grandeur, it's good to see all of your bright and shining faces. I'm so hyped to be doing this. So, what if we try to recap what in the world's been going on? We're digging around at the Space Center. Athena, our lovely assistant, our own independent lawyer, she's fallen under suspicion for the bombing of the Space Center. And potentially several other crimes, as a matter of fact. So we gotta clear her name. Our other assistant, or I guess our mentee, Apollo, he's teaming up with Aura Blackwell right now because he might also suspect Athena, which is not so great, but that's okay because I've got a teenage girl to help me out today. Pearl Faye. Also, another teenage girl, Trucy Wright, my daughter. She's still at the Space Center, in fact. She decided to go back in, so we might run into her with Pearls today. And hopefully Trucy's gotten some more information for us. I love your shirt. Thank you. Science rules. Science teachers rule, actually. I discovered Sailor Moon. Also, before we get started, I wanted to address a thing that may be going on in my personal life in the next couple of weeks to come. I don't have a ton of information for you guys yet, but it's something that might be affecting my ability to stream. Worse than that, my ability to work out and exercise, and my ability to talk, because I might get a little bit light-winded. So, this past week, I was getting ready to take some thirst traps as normal at the gym, and in one of my photos, I spotted a very prominent lump in the center of my abdomen, and this prompted me to take several looks at several other photos, where I was able to see the lump, sometimes with more visibility, sometimes with less visibility, which prompted me to do some exploration of my own rectus abdominis. And that quickly turned into some Google searching, a little bit of panic on what was going on, which led to me going into an actual clinic and getting a physical examination done on me to get this suspicious lump checked out. And with both my Googling and physical examinations in check, it is believed to be a suspected hernia, specifically an epigastric hernia, which would be a ventral hernia on the front side of the body, right in the center of the abdomen above the belly button. And a hernia, in case anybody doesn't know, it's basically a hole in the connective tissue of your abdomen, in a weak spot of the abdomen, right where the ab muscles would connect, right there in the middle. And given that it is a hole in the connective tissue, hernias are not things that go away on their own. They are not things that get better on their own. The hole does not seal itself up through your own bodily tissue repair processes. So the only two options, or the only two things that can happen from a hernia, is it can stay relatively unaffected and the hole can stay about the same size, or the hole can grow bigger over time and become a little bit more problematic as more of your guts start to push through it. So it's been freaking me out because I am somebody who likes to go to the gym, obviously, and it's also part of my job since I've turned my body into an asset. And it's really been psyching me out when doing things like heavy lifting, particularly things like squats, where you're supposed to really engage the core. And so following my physical examination, where we're at right now is in the process of seeking out a specialist who is an expert in all things hernia related and a surgeon. The clinic that I went to, they kind of directed me to the wrong surgeon, so I got a little bit of a backlog going through as I try to find a correct surgeon because they recommended me to somebody who doesn't specialize in ventral hernias. So that sucked. But this week, I'm going to be trying to make a consultation appointment to get a little bit of feedback from somebody who is a medical professional who knows exactly about this kind of stuff and what would be the best method to move forward with that. So right now, I'm mentally in a state where I'm kind of psyched in my own head, just because I think the fear of surgery is something pretty natural, and there's so many different fears to have. One, I've never had a surgical procedure. I still have all of my wisdom teeth. All 3 of them, because I, for whatever reason, only have 3 out of 4. Never had my wisdom teeth taken out. Never had any kind of surgical procedure. The closest thing I've ever had is when I was a small child. I slipped on a Tommy Pickles diaper in my friend's basement, and I cracked my skull on a large ceramic jug, and I had to get stitches on my forehead. But obviously that was an external stitch job to seal up a gash in my head. It was not like an invasive surgery of any kind. And that was done under a localized anesthetic that was just kind of rubbed on the forehead spot to not feel the stitching being done. I've never undergone a general anesthesia procedure. So I don't know. It's like I don't want surgery. I don't know what the surgeon's gonna say, if they're gonna say that like this is something that is better to deal with now before it becomes more problematic, if he's gonna suggest sit and wait on it because maybe it won't become problematic. My anxiety is a little bit high. When I went to the clinic, I actually scored a high blood pressure test, which is abnormal for me. Usually I get complimented at my prep appointments for having like perfect blood pressure, but the anxiety was definitely up there, and I think the physical examination really took that into consideration. So, if I'm a little bit off, I apologize in advance. I've got a lot on my mind, but I'm gonna try and distract myself. We're gonna play the game. I've already wasted a lot of your time. I think it's about time we try to get our shit started. Let's start the investigation. Thank you all for your well wishes, by the way. I'm seeing that in the chat. I know it's nice to just be wished well. Like I said, I truly don't have more information, so I almost didn't want to talk about this, but also since this is like the live stream, we're like close, so we can share these kinds of things. And of course, I'll keep you updated when I get more information. That's just where I'm at right now. Alright, Pearls! What am I doing today?
Has it been a while since you've seen Mystic Maya?
Well, yeah, it's actually been, it's been many a year. She used to drop by the office sometimes to say hello, but she hasn't been recently. I wonder what she's up to these days.
To become a spirit medium worthy of heading the Fae clan, she undergoes rigorous training. But she says she's growing really tired of the vegetarian diet.
I'll have to have some burgers delivered to her then, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure she would love that. But to get where she is, the delivery person would have to climb a steep mountain.
I hope she tips well then. Thomas B! Surgery terrified me up to a point, so if I get through it, I'm sure your procedure would be a breeze. Yeah, if any of you guys have had surgery, let me know how smoothly it went, how comfortable it was. You know, fears abound. It's such a paranoid fear to be afraid of anesthesia. As somebody who hasn't done it before, the idea of it gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I'm also a scientist, so I can logically be like, okay, this is maybe an irrational fear, like people's fear of planes. I'm also more concerned about the after effects of surgery, the recovery process, the thing that makes you bedridden for potentially up to 6 weeks for something that goes through your abdomen and has to be stitched up. That sounds like it's gonna suck to somebody who goes to a gym every single day. And then, this one's gonna sound really vapid and shallow, but we have to address the elephant in the room, which is that I do make money marketing my body. It's something I'm not ashamed of. I don't think there's any shame in doing it, but that gives me cosmetic fear of surgery. However just or unjust that is, if that makes me sound like I'm a vapid, shallow cunt, I'm sorry. Talking about scar tissues and scar developments right there in the center of the body or in other regions that are marketable assets. And then the not being in a gym, the side effects of what kind of weight gain will be experienced, what will that do to my body? There's a lot that's just like circumnavigating my head and my brain, and it's really been stressing me out. So, I can't just. That's why all I want to do is sit here and play my video games. All right, Pearls, thank you so much. It's been lovely. Let's go check my notes and see what I'm supposed to be doing. Investigate the case from 7 years ago. Got it. Go talk to Athena. That I can do, and we should also search the robotics lab. Let's see if we can find Athena. Recovery is the worst part of surgery. Yeah. Dogface. Yeah, see, I almost feel sometimes like it's not correct to make the comparison, but I agree with the comparison that, like, yeah, it's the same kind of fear that I think anybody who is like an athlete or a musician would have when they're having a body complication that might affect what they do that secures income for them. Like, it's kind of a big deal. December 20th, detention center in the visitors room. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. Who are we talking to? All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. Oh. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell.
Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, jerk.
Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Wow, it's a party in here today. Excuse me, I was looking for Athena, my BFF, who's accused of murder. Do you mind if, like, I get some fucking alone time to talk to her? I've really been struggling with that.
Enough for today. Today's all there is, when there's no tomorrow.
When there's no tomorrow? What's she talking about? We have company, Aura. Please, try to calm down.
All right, fine. I see you're just not going to listen, no matter what I say. I've had it, if that's the way you're going to be. I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care.
Oh. Wow. Could cut the tension with a katana. I bet Blackwell would be turned on by that. Right, Dono. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. Oh yeah, he kinda did. But to be fair, he also kinda fucked over Athena real bad. So if you don't mind, Bobby, I'd like to have a little bit of a chat with you about where the fuck you found that lighter and why it ruined my life. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me. It was just the thing to do. It was the just thing to do. In justice we trust. I'm Bobby Fulbright. Haha. But as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. Was that the just thing to do? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry. It was evidence. What else could I do? Well, don't worry about it now. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. And I've made magic happen with worse situations before, believe it or not. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right, Dono? This is blade-proof glass, right? Fingers crossed. Alright, 7 years ago. Talk to me about it. Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You know, I've had one of those myself before. It's actually like we're like blood brothers or something. You know, I got convicted of a crime that got me disbarred. No, not convicted of a crime. I was made to present phony evidence in a courtroom that was fabricated that got me convicted. Well, that got me disbarred from the legal system. And it wasn't until 7 years later that I was able to take down the guy that did it to me. I also got a daughter in the process. You villain. Where did you hear about that? Okay, calm down. I'm just trying to have a relatable moment with you. No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single word. Well, at least it wasn't my fault. Look, regardless, here's the thing. I understand about this Phantom from 7 years ago, so could you just, like, tell me who it is? And can we stop playing this game? Also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? God, the guest is leaving. Alright, Blackwell, can you, like, chill and listen to me? The culprit in the current case might be the same one as the case 7 years ago. If you would literally just cooperate, we might actually be able to solve both cases. So stop being a whiny-ass bitch and just help me help you. Alright, it's called tough love. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was without question me. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Alright, Blackwell. It's not very helpful. God! Where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. Alright, this was a great conversation. I'm so glad that we so glad that we had it. I'm feeling amazing. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackwell. Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? I honestly, it's not really my problem, Fulbright. Alright, I've got a lot on my plate, and it's all thanks to you, no less. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you a little bit more about this old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? So much, honestly. Alright, talk to me about the trial 7 years ago. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police call the incident the You Are One incident. You are the one. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red, Mr. Lawyer, were to kill you. Oh, thank you for the comparison. You know, it's just the visual that I needed. Well, there were two decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Well, let's see. Oh, the first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. Pardon me. The only one, huh? Damn. That does sound pretty decisive. Could I see the footage, perhaps? Oh, sorry. Well, I don't have it with me right now. Great. I guess I'll have to see it some other time. But also, like, some other time before tomorrow when we go back to court. Alright, 7-year-old video showing the corridor of the crime scene. Blackwell was the only one to pass through at the time of the crime. So, what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. What? See? There he is at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana. Well, where's the victim? Also, who took this photograph? Wait, what? None of this adds up. Also, it's not lost on me that you can't see his face. Now, granted, this does look like Blackwell, clothes and all, but it's a staple rule at this time. At any point in time, when you can't see a person's face in Ace Attorney, 9 out of 10 times it ends up not being that person. It was the victims. Kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Great. Okay, so don't keep giant weapons in your home. Noted. I mean, I subscribe to this mentality. That's why I don't want to own a firearm in my home. And I simply can't live with a man who wants to keep a firearm in our home. Sorry, sweetie, it's not gonna happen. Alright, katana added to the court record. But who took this picture? Oh my god, thank you, Phoenix. Asking the important questions. The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Well, wait, whoa. Okay, pause. This is super important information. There was somebody else at the crime scene? Who's this reporter? We need their information. Photo of the crime added to the court record. They could be a suspect. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yeah, until I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. Blackwell's gonna be executed? Did we know that information already? I don't think so. This sounds like new information that I would have remembered had it come up before. I assumed that when these people were all talking about, like, tomorrow's the last day or whatever, it was going to be like a DL6, like statute of limitations runs out or something. But also that doesn't make sense because Blackwell's case is not an unsolved crime. It might have been solved incorrectly, but on the books and the record it's solved. So why would you have a statute of limitations concern? That wouldn't make sense. My boy's being put in the chair. Oh no. That would definitely explain why Aura would be really pissed at the legal system if her brother's gonna be killed. Maybe even pissed enough to create the Phantom to try to get her brother is expunged the word? Guys, you know me and language. We don't go together so well. She's got motive, is what I'm saying, and she's looking a little sussy. Okay. Wait, what did you just say? Execution date? Oh, jeez. Oh, did I say something? No, never mind. You didn't your thing. Oh, no. So he was given the death sentence? And he was on death row for 7 years? Yeah, he told me not to tell you people, actually. Exonerated. The word is exonerated. Expunged is like what they do to your records, isn't it? Don't you get your record expunged like if you're a minor so that... I'm gonna quit talking while I'm ahead before I make more mistakes. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. Tomorrow? Does that mean... Wait, pause. The trial is tomorrow for this case. Are they gonna make Blackwell defend in court on the day of his execution before he gets sent to go die? That's cold-blooded as fuck. How are you still making this man work a job as a prosecutor, no less, if he's about to be put on death row and die? Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today?
Enough for today. Today's all there is, when there's no tomorrow.
But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow, under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. So we have to do something. Like, call somebody who's in charge of the... executions, the executioner, call them, explain the situation, be like, hey, listen, I'm a lawyer, and we need to slow these things down. Listen, it happens all the time. Let them just listen to a little bit of reason. Well, I want to do something. I do, but... You're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. Yeah, I know, but why? Like, why isn't he putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? And he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? That's not right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh. I know that's not my phone. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Mine is da-da-dun-da-dun-da-da-dun. Fulbright here. What? Wait, what's happening? Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Oh, jeez. It's quite a reaction, my guy. You have everything all right? Did Blackwell run away? I mean, that's what I would do if I was allowed free reign to just... Oh, actually, he's not allowed free reign. He's literally in the jail. Never mind. Sorry, Fulbright. What's going on? Mr. Lawyer! The robots! The robots are... No. What? Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? No, it's a malfunction! They're staging a revolt! The machines are rebelling against the humans! They've holed themselves up in the space center and taken the visitors as hostages! They did what? Aura! The robots that have hearts, as we learned about the heart. Trucy! I didn't even think about her! Oh no! She's at the space center! Aura Blackwell. She controls the robots. The mainframe that Dr. Sykes built that's in the computer, and she said that the robots could be controlled from the computer, that the bodies are just like shells, and that they're really controlled by the mainframe. And Aura is the only woman, I think, who understands how to operate the mainframe, which means she's our Phantom. She's our bad guy, and she's holding hostages at the Space Center to protect her little bro. Older bro. Little bro. We have to get right over there. This is going to be a heck of a battle. Alright, sweetie, stay safe, pull out Mr. Hat, and let him just slash away at the bots. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center entrance. Oh wow, look at all the people here. Oh my god, look at this hunty reporter. The riot police are here. Then the robots really are holding people hostage. Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans! You've even taken hostages already! Stay away from it! You never know what it'll do! But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? Is that Trucy? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Pearls! Over here! Oh my god, it's Pearls.
Mr. Nick! There you are. I heard the terrible news. I got so worried.
Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy. Well, Klonko seems the same. He doesn't appear to be revolting. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something? I am error. Uh-oh. No, there's something wrong with him. Yeah, oh. I mean, honestly, a dead robot's better than a revolting robot.
It looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired.
Hee hee, ha, 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 ha. Klonko, my boy? Oh my god, he even has Aura's hair thingies. Ha ha! Human beings are our enemies, and it's time for the machines to take over! Oh no. The robots are rebelling. Everybody, run! It's an all-out war, babe! It's the end of the world! Ha ha ha, fools! How could you fall for something so cliché? I'm human too, you idiots! I am just controlling these robots remotely! What? But it is true that I have taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, yo, hostage number 1. Come here. I'll let you talk to them. Oh. Huh? There's something being displayed on Klonko's face screen. It's the Space Museum. Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Trucy? Trucy, is that you? No, are you all right?
About 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher's the one behind it. She's here,
Ah, this girl, she talks too much.
Jersey, talk to me! I mean, it's not exactly a mystery who's doing this, I don't think.
Why are they doing this?
I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening.
Bobby Fulbright's here! I'm all ears.
I want you to bring someone to me. Clay Terran's murderer, Athena Sykes.
Oh no. Athena! She blames Athena for Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction. Because she was the witness that got him put behind bars when she was a kid. Oh no, I've solved the mystery! Guys, I've solved it and I'm so sad. I knew she was bad news. Now, hold on just a moment. Well, I can't just give in to a demand like that.
So, you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then.
No! Wait! Mr. Lawyer! What path is the just path? I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Don't worry, I've stalled before. Listen, one of my best friends was actually held hostage in the middle of a trial once, so stalling is my game. Just promise me you won't hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. No, of course I won't! I'd better go contact headquarters.
Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time?
I don't really know yet, but I have a hunch who this hostage taker is.
If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have this hunk of junk kill all the hostages.
Princess, hunk of junk, eh? There's only one person this could be. In which case, there's gotta be something I can use as a bargaining chip. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you just go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell! Right, yep, we just watched this scene. Miss Hostage Taker. Athena is not a murderer.
What are you talking about? She's been arrested, and they've got her in detention.
I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you're after is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena. It's someone else.
Alright. Let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer?
Wait a second, I haven't solved anything. If she's pissed because she thinks Athena's the killer, but Athena's not the killer, then Aura is also not the killer. Of course. Which means... Oh my god, I'm back at square one. I don't know who killed Dr. Sykes. So... I mean, I don't really know who the killer is. But, regardless, the culprit is the same one as the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case.
It is too late to change what's going to happen. No matter how wrong it is.
But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it.
Just what exactly are you proposing?
What can I do about this 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? Recreate it, retry it in court. Well, let's retry it in court, I guess. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure no one will deny you. You have 12 hostages. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth.
Ha ha! That's good. Real good. Detective! I'll give you an hour. Get a card room ready.
Oh, 1 hour? But, that's impossible. Please, you gotta give me till at least tomorrow.
If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're gonna have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
She will? I mean, is she gonna get Blackwell?
And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But hunk of junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? No! Follow, hunk of junk! Riot police! Make way, we're coming through!
Are they just gonna listen to this?
Mr. Nick! Wait, I'll help you with the investigation.
Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. Riot police, I am taking this small child with me into the belly of the beast, where all the robots are running amok. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center Robotics Lab. Okay. Whew. Aura dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back.
I wonder what's taking so long. But we can't really start the investigation yet, can we?
Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago.
Mr. Right!
Ugh, it's the hostage taker.
No, I am back to my usual self now. You are being monitored, however. But, more importantly, an important guest has arrived. A guest.
Steal. No! Oh, okay, Daddy. No, 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 they're not doing this to me. Oh! Oh my god, Pearls, you're so...
You've been well, right?
Edgy! Oh my god, you look so stunning. The glasses? Could you be any more dapper, Edgeworth? It's my boy Edgeworth! Boys, we're reunited! Oh my god, somebody get the poppers out. We need to celebrate. Edgeworth! What are you doing here? Wow, you look... Have you been working out? This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times, back when he was a prosecutor, but now...
Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth! Oh, but you're not really a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He's not. He's chief prosecutor now. Pretty soon it'll be a year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? Yeah, we do. Oh my god, what happened to your eyes? Were they just starting to go with age a little bit? Listen, I'm the same way. I'm supposed to wear glasses, actually. And I was going to go try and get LASIK at some point, but now I'm a little distracted with more pressing matters. So, what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Wow, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. Interesting. Aura asked for Edgeworth personally? I gathered all the information I could in the short time I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was psychologist Dr. Metis Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here, in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see.
What a terrible way to die!
Wait a minute. Really wild speculative theory, and it kind of falls apart because I don't have an answer for the bombing. But the way she's sitting in her little robotics chair right under all of this equipment that looks like it could rip her to shreds. Is it possible that this woman's death was purely like some dumb, stupid accident in her own technology? and by blaming a phantom, we quite literally don't have anybody to blame for the crime. That would check out for the case 7 years ago in this suspicious photo, but it kind of falls apart because then who is bombing everything? So it would be an interesting theory, but I don't think it's correct. God, my nose is getting a little bit runny. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. Okay, 2 photos. What's this suspicious thing on the ground? I also have the autopsy report for you. Okay, I'll look at that in a second, Edgeworth. You're giving me a lot of information real fast. Alright, robotics lab west side. The victim's body was found on the operating table. A katana, the victim's staff jacket, and a cart were found nearby. Okay. Robotics lab east side. The moon rock was stolen. The Hope capsule can be seen on the workbench. Can it? It can. I see it. Okay, it's tiny, you guys, but it's over here. Okay. There are rolling cases for moving equipment, a robotic charging station, and a toolkit on the floor, so that's gotta be this junk. There is a hanging scroll and a Japanese theater mask on the wall. Right, so that's these guys. Okay. Yep. We have things. Understood. Alright, Metis' autopsy report added to the court record. I'm gonna need to take a look at that. Estimated time of death between 1 and 3 o'clock p.m. on October 7th. Cause of death, instant death due to a stab wound into the heart. Got it. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yeah, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the Hat 1 launch. Yeah, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. Right. Did we get the murder weapon? We did not. Okay. Talk to me about Simon. I hear this trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall.
But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive?
To this day, his motive is still unknown. Yoshi, 2003, hello, thank you for popping in. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he's gotta still be hiding something. Right. And there's another aspect of this case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know, the part about the spy, right? It's a case of espionage. Right! How on earth did you know about that? Director Cosmos told me, after a bit of pressure. Oh no, I have to deal with an unwelcome presence in my chat. Also, Phoenix of Grandeur, Edgeworth playing for the other team, yeah. Okay. No question about it, don't you worry. He told me about the espionage and sabotage behind the Hat 1 miracle.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been pretty good about keeping secrets. Mostly. Except for Mystic Maya's love for Mr. Nick. Well, I might as well tell you now, they really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy.
Is he foreign?
They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy,
then we can stay the execution?
It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can.
Thank you, Edgeworth. All I have to do is comb this room for evidence.
Let's do it together!
Alright, Pearls. Oh, my boy, Edgeworth. Alright, we're done talking to you for now, but God, you look so good! Alright, what am I looking for? What is this monstrosity? This is one heck of a robot.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgeatron JTO2.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So, it was long gone by the time someone took this picture. Yeah, there she is.
But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo.
And the katana, and is that the moon rock, I'm guessing? Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Note that some of the rock is absent from the crime scene photo. Big Feared Balloon, present a couple pieces of evidence for some fun dialogue with Edgeworth. Oh, we can try that, for sure. Right, the moon rock was stolen, yep.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
Cantare. So, the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Ben Palmer! Hello, this is my first time catching one of the streams live, and I am here for this case! Aren't we all? Oh my god, and now we have Edgeworth, it just got 1,000,000 times better! And it's Angela Redrain. I'm just gonna pop in for a little bit and lurk before that sad AA fact that was actually confirmed. The bags underneath Blackwell's eyes are from crying in the prison and not wiping away the tears. Oh, ew. Oh, sad. Oh, ew. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Okay. Sorry, I was told to present some things to you, if you don't mind, my guy, so, Here, do you want to see my badge? I became a lawyer again. It must be nice to finally have your attorney's badge back. Yeah, it's been 8 years, actually. I'm sorry for all I put you through. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. Nah, I was the one who made the decision. But now you can stand in court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Oh, Edgeworth, you want to be mowed down? Way to put pressure on a guy. Since when did I get such a brutal reputation? It's okay, we're Dom. We're Daddy Dom Nick. Is there anything else specifically you guys want me to show this guy? Because, like, I don't really know what you want me to present to him as evidence. A lot of this seems unimportant. I mean, Edgeworth, you're the chief prosecutor. You might have something to say about the phony phantom and, like, the evidence, right? Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to see how that person will react. Oh god, well, I've been called out! But that's the thing. I need to see how people will react in order to question them. And what if it's evidence that person isn't privy to? Ah, that doesn't really happen, does it? Much? You never change, right? I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients either. Yeah. Between heaven and hell. Edgeworth is here? He is. Alright, so is that the only dialogue he gets for all this evidence? Got it. That's cute. What else am I looking for here? I don't know. God, there's so much crap. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick! I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. See the cute little food processor?
Oh, sweetie, you're so off base, as usual. That isn't a food processor, Pearls. That's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who come to collect the capsule discovered the body. The first on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, right? So they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me. So, they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right?
Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case? Have a nice cup of tea instead.
Apollo and Aura. I wonder what they're talking about. Edgeworth. Did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this. It's a custom-made, shock-resistant bag. How did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it. That's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Yeah. It's possible I'm not the best boss at this moment, because one of my mentees is in jail for murder, and the other one literally quit on me to go do his own investigation. I'm not having the best day, Edgeworth. But now that you're here, everything might change. Alright, let's look at this monstrosity. What is this? It looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. Oh, is it for the robots?
That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up.
Wow. Machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool.
If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see.
Nothing motivates quite as well as fear, huh? I mean, that's kind of cool to know. Despite having 0 nostalgia for him, I stand Edgy Boy. We all stand Edgy Boy. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around. Yep, that is how a cart works.
I bet they'd be fun to ride around in.
Girl. One of my favorite childhood memories is in my friend's basement. And we used to have these like little races inside of, well, using chairs that had wheels on them. Incredibly dangerous. We would like speed each other in laps just around the basement as fast as we could. It was irresponsible, is what I'm saying.
We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know! We could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us.
I don't really trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. Phoenix, you gotta have more trust in your boy than that. Alright, I guess let's look at the other side of the room for anything suspicious, like the crime scene? God, this place is kind of a mess for a lab. It looks like an operating table. Ah! David! Gotta get busting down!
David has just donated $7.
David, thank you so much for the donation and the Dancing Phoenix. That's just how chipper we all get when our boy Edgeworth is in the room. It looks like an operating table's in the photo too. Yes, it was here as well, then, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. I know. I'll try pushing it.
Pearls, don't touch that.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh. Oh. Hey, it's moving. Alright, if I could circle back to my silly little hypothesis about a horrible accident on the operating table with this woman. I don't know what it is, but there's something about... Oh, they just built a robot. So that's what this machine is supposed to do. Look at this again. There's the body. You put on its little footsies, give it a little bit of a twist there, a little bit of a nip and a tuck there, tilt it upright, slap a head onto it, secure it into place, and then up she goes. Seems like a horrible accident is something that could happen here. It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Oh, please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. So not only can it build robots, but it can also dismantle robots. Or people. I mean, she wasn't dismantled, to be fair. She was just stabbed in the heart. So she wasn't ripped limb by limb, which is kind of what it looks like this thing does. So maybe I am overreacting a little bit, but it looks suspicious to me. An emergency ladder. That must be the one they used during the evacuation. Right, so that's what Aura climbed down.
The explosion disabled the elevators. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to.
As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. Emergency ladder. Oh, it's evidence. It was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. It was used to evacuate Space Center personnel. Okay. Got it. What else? Aura's desk is a mess. It doesn't really surprise me, though.
Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do.
Metis.
Entry hazard. That's an emergency stepladder, actually. She just glanced over at her desk. Yeah, these two 10 out of 10 were lovers. That's the message I'm getting, right? That sounds correct. It's Metis Sykes. Klonko, can I talk to you for a minute? I really hope he's back to normal still. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright. If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. Hey! Don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago, at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused. So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother, but Aura Blackwell Miss Aura. That's a little bit uncomfortable to me, but that's fine. With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance.
Excuse me, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, Pearls. What the fuck, girl? We gotta get you into a neuropharmacology course. Pardon me. Searching for alternative expression. She would spend the night crying, and then take out her feelings on those around her. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura. And before long, she started hating the court system. And abusing Klonko, huh?
That murder destroyed so many lives.
Right. Take a look at the paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Ponko and Klonko. They're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Ah, series features! Can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system. Dope. Recognizes people by scanning either their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. Can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered. So that's how... So we were registered when we were with Athena. But the robot is mistaking Apollo for Clay because of the jacket ID tag. A heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. And that's amazing! Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you. What's that supposed to mean? It kind of sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. In other words, if worse comes to worse and Athena does get thrown into the slammer, it's good to know that at least she is highly replaceable, because we can just make a robot Athena. Sorry, sweetie, I don't mean to say that you're useless, but we have a machine that can do exactly what you do, analytical psychology, significantly better. Robots with a heart added to the court record. To be fair, even Athena herself uses Widget to do most of her work, so what does she really do? Well, I guess that's about it for this room. To be fair, though, I actually like Athena a lot, so I'm not trying to hate on her. I'm just trying to roll with it. So, what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There's still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Did he? Yep. He called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. What? Interesting. Spill that tea for me.
So, that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back?
No shit. Phoenix Dunn knew about Blackwell's innocence this whole time? When did this conversation with Edgeworth happen? When were you sleeping with each other? While you were still disbarred? Yep, the Blackwell case. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? I haven't really been one for a long time. That A-tier misunderstanding's been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Very soon, a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Ah, just when I'm beginning to actually like the job I have now, being a pianist. Edgeworth was the one on the phone call at the beginning of the game. Yeah, he was! Right, I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. No need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. Yep, there it is. The line about the phone call at the beginning of the game. I know that the type of criminal you're after. I know the type of criminals you're after aren't small fries. Ah! God, he's got such a kissable mouth. Wait, what? No, sorry. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring an end. I'm going to end the Dark Age of the Law. Like a superhero. That's what this is all about. The Dark Age of the Law.
The Dark Age of the Law? It sure comes up a lot. You know, when you guys don't shut the fuck up about it. And it's all over the TV and the newspapers. And a lot of social media liberals are talking about it on TikTok, usually. I don't really understand that stuff. But I fear there's more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever.
When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began about 8 years ago. When I got disbarred. Interesting. You guys pull a fast one on old Phoenix Wright and the entire legal system falls apart. What were you guys doing without me? A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence.
Oopsie, little old me.
And a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Wait, do you mean...
That's right. He's talking about my case, and Prosecutor Blackwell's. No more bum raps. It was a downward spiral after that. An absolute
Daddy,
nightmare.
sorry.
Ow,
Sorry.
Daddy!
Poppy, sorry. Daddy, sorry.
Not
Sorry.
the best music for this, but it's fine.
Daddy, sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Daddy?
Oh.
Phoenix of Grandeur has just donated $5. Kissable mouth, huh?
Kissable mouth, huh? Gotta get that daddy flex in. Thank you so much for the donation, Phoenix of Grandeur. Alright. Focus. After those 2 cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. That is true. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together.
It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves, and then to each other.
Yeah, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. It's just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage-taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. Yeah, it sure is. I mean, she was pretty personally affected by her brother's conviction. Do you have any idea who the hostage-taker might be? Who might be the hostage-taker? Who mistrusts the court system and knows how to manipulate the robots and calls Athena Sykes little princess? Who fits that description? I don't know, I'm drawing a blank, my guy. It's Bobby Fulbright! It can really only be Aura Blackwell. Yeah, probably. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago? Simon Blackwell's older sister, and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. I think it's Maya Fey. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I feel like she had a much more horrific plan for Athena. The important thing is for you to solve UR1 and to prove Blackwell's innocence. Yeah, I'm working on it.
And then, maybe she'll release the hostages.
I'm counting on you, Wright. Set that prosecutor and hostage free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't an official trial, I'm at more liberty to be a little unorthodox. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center. So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court again, right? Ah, no! Dudes! I'm going up against Edgeworth in court! Oh my god, the only thing that would make me even the tiniest bit happier would be if he brought Franny along. As like a 1-2 punch knockout. Alright, get me whipped by Francisca von Karma, and I'll scream bloody murder. Alright, December 20th, detention visitors. I'm getting hot and bothered. Let's focus. Athena! Girl! Can I finally have a conversation with you? She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages.
Mr. Wright!
Hi, sweetie.
And Pearly, too! I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant.
Well, and because you're my friend. I was worried about you, Athena.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not the only one who's worried either.
Really? Who else?
I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me that you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. It's okay, Athena, I know your secret. You're a fucking nerd. No wonder you knew so much about the place.
Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
It's alright. But there are some other things that I'd like to ask you.
Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you.
Dogface, all I remember from Franny is the clip where no one knew what odd and even numbers are. Oh my god, that was so fun to read. No, Franny's the best. For those of you who are newer to my streams, someday when you do go back to the original trilogy, I'm gonna sound even cringier than I do now because my voice acting was probably even worse. But you'll get over that. You'll see Franny and her whip, and you will fall in love. Alright, Athena, no more secrets, right? Talk to me. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered.
I was actually at the Space Center that day. In the Space Museum.
Right where the culprit fled to? Oh, that's not good.
I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the Space Center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time.
So you went to the scene of the crime.
That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So, I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said, closed for repairs, and they weren't letting anybody in.
Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there.
So I snuck in anyway.
What? Did you want to see the Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mom in it?
I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket.
That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes's? Okay.
But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw the jacket, it all came rushing back to me.
I'm uncomfortable with the fact that she had blood on her.
Everything around me went hazy, and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow, but I guess I passed out.
Great. So you were also unconscious. That's gonna be helpful in court.
When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows, where people couldn't really see me.
Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave?
How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena?
Long enough for someone to grab her grubby little fingers and just doop, 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 plant them all over the lighter. God damn it, Athena.
I was out until about noon the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions.
Noon the next day? Jesus Christ. That's a long time to be out, my girl.
When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went into boarding lounge 2.
Nobody found her? Nobody was like, hey, we've got a passed out girl just laying around?
My mind must have still been fuzzy, because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home.
No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough. Maybe she was drugged like Starbuck, but Clay drugged Starbuck.
Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay?
What? I think that's enough of that. Or no, I think that's enough of that. Athena, let's talk about something else. All of my women, they always think they're killers. They're never the killers. It's fine. So during the incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? Let's talk about your mom really quick, if you don't mind. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, or, your mom, doing?
Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday, when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So, she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt.
Do they, though?
Wow! Robots that can understand people? I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work. She never paid any attention to me.
Oh no. Oh no. We got some mother-daughter probs.
Oh, sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff.
Hey, no need to apologize. Wow, I guess her home life was complicated. Yee. I did not assume that she would have a strained relationship with Mom. Oh, by the way, Miss Woods said something about you always wearing these really, glorious bunny-shaped headphones? Yep, they looked like that.
She always wore these big fucking ugly gloves. I mean headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand.
Okay. But let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject of her research.
I want to believe that, but just about the only things my mother left with me are Widget and this earring.
That's gonna be important. Shaped like a moon. It's yellow. The moon rock was black and yellow. Do you think they're related? No spoilers! I'm hypothesizing.
Oh, it's beautiful! It's made out of a piece of real moon rock.
Oh, well. There's our answer, I guess.
It's made out of a piece of real moon rock she had for research.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we're just right out of the gate. Okay, we know that that was made out of the moon rock. Or a moon rock.
Maybe she did love me. In her own way.
I'm sure she did. I'm really sure she did. Jesus Christ, who knew that the two attorneys I would take under my wing are both have such tragic backstories with their parents, and don't even get me started on Apollo's half-sister, Trucy? God, am I running an orphanage? Maybe. Athena Sykes' Sailor Moon. I'd better ask her a little more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Paper from the robotics lab. Which one is that? This one? Robots with a heart. Okay.
Oh! The Ponko series! You must have gone to the robotics lab.
You seem to really love Ponko and Klonko.
Yeah! My mother made them, and I grew up around them, you know. Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo. See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, but I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center those days, so I didn't have any human friends. Besides Junie, of course. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was.
Okay. It looks like there's something written on the bandages.
Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Panko." But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash.
Right.
Oh, that must have been the thing I made move in the robotics lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked just like magic to me what she could do.
A little girl who grew up around robots. Well, she seems to have some good memories of it, at least. Alright, let's keep unpacking it. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center?
Yeah, a little. And this person is even taking hostages.
I guess I'd better spare her the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago.
What? You're kidding me. So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might be...
Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then?
Yeah. He used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her, and he'd sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate, as straight as an arrow.
Sounds not up my alley, but that's fine. Unlike now, he's more homoerotic and curvy and twisted than a basket of snakes.
That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago.
Alright.
Please, you have to listen to me. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her.
She was defending him.
I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about?
She heard the voice of his heart. Travis, wait, were they dating? No, they were not. Athena was like 12, and Blackwell, I think, was like maybe 17. I need to look at his age. 28. He was like 21. So he was much too old for her. Pearls is right. You did the best you could at the time.
But nothing I said did any good. I was shaking and scared, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed up closed in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. You're always so loud. You never really shut the fuck up. You always got something to say. You storm into a room and you shout at Apollo. I mean, people would never guess that you used to be one of those shy girls. Thanks! That's because one day, I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard, and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be.
Right, okay. So why you became a lawyer?
I wanted to save Simon, but I really didn't know how. And then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent.
That was her goal the entire time? Interesting.
I also realized psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty when I studied it. I felt like she was there with me, supporting me.
Travis, no, I meant it was Blackwell dating Athena's mom. No, I don't think that's correct either, because, I mean, granted, yeah, he was 21, but Athena's mom is both a lesbian, and she was also, deceased. But I think she was also Aura's age, which is like 10 years older than Simon. So I'm pretty sure that she was Aura's lover. It doesn't seem like Athena knows that Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. Should I tell her and, like, ruin her day even more, or should I just, like, leave it alone?
I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad, even now. I want to fly out there and go save him. Aww.
Come to think of it, she said something like that during the famous Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell.
I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say?
I don't think I should tell her right now. She's in a bit of a sensitive situation. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. You know, he was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent, actually.
He was? I wonder if he smiled, like he used to, back then.
If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena's gonna ever forgive me. I have to free him. Failure is not an option here. What do you want? Oh! I thought you might be here. Mr. Lawyer! We're in trouble. We are? More trouble than we've been in this entire time? Alright, Fulbright, lay it on me. What is it this time? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session.
Oh no! But this is an emergency!
It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. My phone! It's from Trucy! This is super important because she's being held hostage. I better answer this right away. But the ringtone's just too damn good. When you get a ringtone that slaps so fucking hard, how are you ever gonna answer the phone? This is why you should not have a ringtone that slaps. You'll never answer the phone, you're gonna miss all of your emergency calls. Alright, fine, you stupid little daughter of mine. What do you want?
I told you I'd give you an hour. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages.
No! Wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now.
Make all the excuses you want, but you're not gonna get more time. Oh, and your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think?
No! Don't you dare hurt her! There's gotta be something I can do here. Cruelest injustice is about to befall us.
This can't be happening.
Wait a minute. Maya. Wait, what? Maya?
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. Isn't that so cool, Nick? That must have been really something. Although weird is par for the course with you.
Courtroom. Our courtroom blew up! That's it! We can use the blown up courtroom! What?
Alright, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her?
Yeah, hold it. Alright, Aura, you need to calm your little bitch ass down. You kill my daughter or any of these other hostages, and it's game over, we don't do anything. So you're gonna play by my rules, hunty. Don't add to the crimes you've already committed. That's very short-sighted of you. I thought you were a scientist. Aren't you in this for the long game?
So you know who I am, don't you? It's not like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway.
We're ready to start the trial. Oh, the music! We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Yeah, but don't we need to access a judge?
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
Why? I never would have thought of that. An astounding trial in an astonishing location. Oh, I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven?
My brother? I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you're gonna be defending.
What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. Sweetie, it's fine, don't worry. You're already being accused of murdering Clay. So sometimes you get, sometimes we throw an extra murder on top of that. You'll be defending the little princess, the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom. Goodbye, Mr. Wright.
What is she talking about, Athena?
Of course. Oh, why didn't it ever occur to me before? Athena, what? If Prosecutor Blackwell's innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Right, the Phantom. We're looking for the Phantom. Don't worry about it. Am I the Phantom? Did I kill my own mother? No! 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 Alright, Athena, no, Athena, well... Black?! They're black?! Oh no, 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 no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! The robot machine, the robot repairing machine! Oh, it felt uncomfortable, the accident, and then, bitch, you said it! When she mistaked the robots for humans, she's like, oh, I bandaged up Klonko or Ponko, because the robots are the same, and I thought robots get restored like humans, so maybe she also thought that humans get fixed like robots, and she took her mom because she thought something was wrong with her mom, and she put her mom in the machine, and she activated the button, and then the robot things came down, and they stabbed into her mother's heart and killed her, and Athena killed her own mom? It can't be correct. It's gotta be a mislead, a misdirect, but why does she have black cyclops? We've only seen these once in the entirety of the Ace Attorney series, and we never had a chance to break them even, because they were Christoph Gavins and he was pure evil, and you can't break black Cyclops because they're just out of the evilness of someone's heart. No way, it can't be true!
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 black Psyche locks! I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks. Protecting a secret hidden so deep inside someone's heart. And there's no way to remove them. She has black Psyche locks? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I mean... Oh, where is this going? Why do all of my lady assistants just have such horrible, tragic deaths behind their loved ones? Well, I think we've hit the climax of the game, so we're going to be going to court. I'm assuming it's going to be a long trial that's probably going to take a couple of days to get through, but I am definitely feeling like we're probably going to be finishing this game this week, so hopefully you guys are going to be around all week long. I will be here every day this week doing Dual Destinies at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going back to court, potentially for the final time, so be here every day. Don't miss a goddamn second while I try to prove that Athena Sykes didn't murder her own mother and then Clay, and that Athena Sykes is not the Phantom that we're looking for. We will find somebody else to finger for the crime. Granted, the one problem here is that the suspect pool is pretty limited. We do know that there was a reporter who took photos of the crime scene, but we don't know who that reporter was. Maybe that'll be revealed in the trial at some point. Other than that, we don't have a very good suspect pool. Oh, God. I'm so excited, though. It's going to be so good, you guys. All right, I can't wait. I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Please do leave a like on the stream because it is super helpful, the engagement. And I hope you guys are all as equally invested in this as I am. We're trapped now. There's no escape. We have to know what happens. All right, I will see you boys soon. Toodles!